Guys, we have Maura Wolf with us here tonight on Tunesday Tuesday. Of course, she is of Your Mom.
Hi, thanks for having me.
The band, Your Mom, right?
Yeah.
So I texted my daughter this morning and I said, I have an interview with your mom tonight. And so me and her mother have been divorced for like 20 years or something like that. And she was like, wait, why? Man, I'm so happy to have you back on the show, Maura. The reason why Maura is here is because you guys have released your debut record, which is called Shrinks for Suburbanites, and it's a killer album, and you guys have to be so proud of this, right?
Yeah, we are very proud. It's been a long time coming. I think almost 2 years we've been working on this project, so finally
Yeah.
it's out. And yeah, I mean, a lot of these songs, for you guys are new, of course, but for me, I mean, it's been some of these songs I wrote in high school, so it's been a long time.
Yeah. And I mean, this is a full length record too. This is not an EP. So I mean, you guys have it all. You have vinyls, you have CDs. People can get it digitally and all that. Talk about the writing of the record. You said some of it was in high school, some of it not. I imagine. So there's probably an evolution of the writing over time. How are the songs different on the record from each other? Would you say?
How are they different from each other? I mean, I was in, so I start some of these songs. I actually have the album right here. So
Awesome.
I'm gonna look at the track list. So we've got 10 songs. I wrote 9 of them.
Wow.
And so yeah, a lot of these songs I'd say like 3 to 4 I wrote in high school. Um, the more recent songs, like Sushi with Your Ex and In My Nature, OCD, Plot Twist, I feel like my writing style has definitely changed since high school. In high school, I used to be able to sit down and, write a song in 10 minutes. It just came out of me. But now it's more I have to write in parts.
Yeah.
So sometimes I have like a really good verse and I can't figure out anything to come after it. So I come back to it like 6 months later sometimes. So a lot of like Lava Lamp, Plot Twist, Sushi with Your Ex, In My Nature, a lot of them were like bits and pieces of different songs that I kind of just put together.
That's
So
interesting.
I kind of miss the old way I used to write songs. I used to just, sit down and in 10 minutes they would come to me, but now I have to work for them a little bit more.
How do how do you make them fit together if they're pieces? Like you get different puzzles. How do you make them actually fit together and make sense? Not just from like your standpoint as a musician, but also from your audience's standpoint.
Yeah, sometimes it's a lot of messing around with keys and
Sure.
stuff. Sometimes, honestly, like for Plot Twist, for example, you could definitely tell that I just put 2 different songs together. And it's kind of startling. It's a little weird, but I think it's kind of cool. So, um,
Yeah, I think your style is dope anyway. How does the band come into play when it comes to your original music? Like, are you presenting the songs to them and are they giving their input, adding their pieces to it, stuff like that?
yeah, so for most of this record, I basically came to the band with the song already written, and then they just kind of wove their parts in. And that's usually like thus far that's been our process. Not sure if that's how it's going to be forever, but um, and then our bass player Andrew, he wrote Fortuna, and he just demoed out the whole thing, sent it to us, so I knew all the lyrics and whatever, and then we all kind of just came to practice and again wrote our parts, wove it all in. So it's usually someone brings a full song to the band, and then the band just comes up with the other parts.
Just kind
But
of noodling along with it, right? Just kind of
yeah.
experimenting, adding your different sounds and techniques to it. I love
Mhm.
that. For those of you who are just hearing about Maura and your mom from tonight's broadcast, I want to remind you all that she and they were on our podcast earlier this year. Maybe it was late last year. I don't remember, but I've slept since then. But you guys can check out that. It is on the Boston Chris podcast. But these guys and girl are from the suburban Chicago area. in Illinois, and you can find out a whole lot more about them through that podcast as well. And I'm just a huge fan of theirs, and I found them through my wife, who does a lot of doom scrolling on TikTok, and heard one of their songs in the background of a live, and we've been just in love with Your Mom ever since. What are the future plans for you guys? Because I know you guys were kind of undecided what to do after the release of the album. Have you guys kind of made up like a plan to go forward?
Yeah, I mean, as of right now, we're playing as much as we can. We played a ton of shows and festivals this summer.
Awesome.
And we're actually flying to Boulder, Colorado next month to play a fest out there.
Nice.
And yeah, I mean, I think, we'd love to get signed to a booking agency and kind of go from there. That's our goal. But I need some time to write too. So yeah. I'm actually going on a hiking trip in a few days. That's why we had to reschedule. But I'm going on a hiking trip in a few days, and I'm going to use some of that time hopefully to try to write a little bit more, because I'm tired of these songs, and yeah. But I've been struggling. I've been struggling with the writing process. Like I really don't know what to say. Sometimes it comes to you, sometimes it doesn't. So I'm hoping that a trip will give me some experience.
Are you what they call a 100%er? Are you the basic songwriter, the one that's writing everything?
For the band?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I wrote 9 out of the 10 songs on this album. I know that Andrew and Tommy write music as well. They write songs. So who knows with this next album, like if we'll do more of that, we'll do more of their songs and stuff like that. But I'm usually the primary songwriter as of right now.
Because the best way to get through writer's block as a songwriter is collaboration, right? Like just get somebody else in the room, and sometimes those ideas can flow more freely from the perspective of somebody else. Have you given any thought to that?
I have actually, and I've never. I don't think I've written with another person. When I lived in Nashville for a little bit, I know that was the whole thing out there. Like, oh, let's co-write sometime, or let's collab. And I never took anyone up on that, because to me, writing is like super intimate, and I'm just it seems it's hard enough for me to say it out loud with my guitar alone. To be next to someone else doing that too is kind of daunting. But I have been thinking about doing it because I'm pretty desperate at this point. I need someone to bounce ideas off of. Mm-hmm. So,
yeah, it's hard to share that vulnerability with someone else, and because I think as humans we're all scared of a lack of validation, right? That our feelings won't be kind of looked at the same way from another perspective. They're important to us. We want them to be important to other people too. And if somebody doesn't have that same level of importance, that can be very, very hurtful, right?
Yes.
So I get it, yeah. But again, I would try to put yourself out there in that fashion, because either way, you're still going to be performing those songs live. You're still going to be reliving that hurt and that vulnerability through your performances. So yeah, sometimes bouncing ideas around can help in that aspect. Plus, it can help from a vibe standpoint too, right? Like getting different influences into the room.
Exactly.
So how did the Boulder thing happen?
Do you know what So Far is? So Far Sounds?
I think so, yeah. Okay,
it's a company that does really hosts intimate events, sometimes like candlelit, like stripped down acoustic shows. So Tommy and I did a show in Chicago on a rooftop over the summer, and one of the guys who works there was from So Far, Colorado, Boulder. He runs it out there, I think. So he reached out to us and asked if we would be interested in this. And so we are, and I think so that's Saturday, October 18th or 17th. And then on that Friday, we're going to fly in, and Tommy and I will do a show that Friday night. And then the fest is on Saturday. And then we're actually going to do another show as a band on the Sunday.
Nice.
So we're making the most out of it, and it's probably going to be a lot, but we're going to do it.
Is all that stuff on your website? So if we have some Colorado viewers that might be interested, they can go there and look at it?
Yes.
All right,
yes.
perfect. So it is weareyourmom.com for that, weareurmom.com. So you guys look for that. They play very, very often in the Chicago area. I predicted earlier when we chatted before that you guys were going to be very busy. And it's gonna happen. I'm telling you, you guys are otherworldly good, and I think you guys are gonna be great. And I'm hoping to get a copy of the vinyl once I raise a little bit more money. We're hurting a little bit out here, just like everybody else. But I want a copy of that thing. It looks dope as hell.
I'll set one aside for you. We only have like 15 left or so.
That would be amazing if you could do that. Yeah, please.
Yeah.
Anyway, so let's talk about the two songs that we are featuring this week. One from your mom and one from a pick of hers, your mom's pick of the week. The first song we're going to chat about is the title track from the record, which is Shrinks for Suburbanites. Tell us about the song. And secondly, I'm really interested why it became the title track as well.
So we had been, I think this was like maybe a year ago, we had basically finished most of the album in the studio, and I felt like it wasn't completely yet. We had the title, we had Shrinks for Suburbanites, like we chose that already, but I wanted to kind of make it more of like a, not so much a concept album, but I kind of wanted to have some sort of track that introduces this idea and introduces ourselves to people. So I wrote this. I actually wrote it in the middle of the night. I came up with this idea, and then I started writing it in my head. It probably was like, I think I have a voice memo somewhere. It was like 2 a.m. Woke up, and I just wrote it. And it's only like a 50-second song or so. Basically, I was kind of thinking like, Sgt. Pepper, Lonely Hearts Club Band's like that kind of thing. Like it says the title of the album in the song, and it, so I just wanted to introduce people to the idea. And it's basically just self-deprecating humor about suburbanites and how we're still living in our parents' basements, and we're in our early 20s and kind of mooching off the insurance before we turn 26 and we get kicked off. So
that's hilarious. Kind of the things that the internet will troll you over, right? Like accepting those as fact anyway.
Yeah,
that's
making
good
fun
stuff.
of ourselves.
Yeah, that's
so no
great
one else does
stuff.
it for us.
Yep. Yeah, it's hard. It's hard for people to troll you and make fun of you if you're the one doing it first, right? Like,
yeah.
I've streamed video games for a really long time, so yeah, I know how that is. Like, it takes the wind out of their sails and removes the power they think they have. I love that so much. Now, your mom's pick of the week is a song called "How to Live" by Delwater Gap. Why'd you pick this one, Maura?
So Delwater Gap is one of my all-time favorite artists. I actually have a poster right here. I went to his concert. We just played Shuba's Tavern in Chicago a couple weeks ago, and that was a really special moment for me because I saw Delwater Gap there for the first time, and it was so crazy to play a stage that my favorite artist has played. I've never had that before, so that was a first. And then I heard the song that he released a month ago or so, around that same time as the show, and I really like his old stuff, his older stuff. It's less poppy and it's more raw instrumentation, kind of like your mom. However, this was like the first song of his that's newer that I've really liked, and I think his vocals shine through, and you could hear the texture of his voice really well. And yeah, I just thought people should hear it.
Good stuff, man. We're excited to share that. I haven't heard this song before, and I always blind react the pick of the week. So we're going to have fun with that tonight for sure. I do want to tell people again about where you can follow along with your mom, and I hope you guys will, because this band is going places, I'm here to tell you. YouTube is We Are Your Mom. I believe it's everywhere. Instagram is We Are Your Mom. Facebook is We Are Your Mom. TikTok is Your Mom the Band.
Yeah.
And so it's We Are Your Mom everywhere except TikTok, and it's Your Mom the Band on TikTok. And instead of writing out it's just You Are Your Mom. So What would you say is the best way for folks to fall to support you guys as a band?
I think Instagram for sure, because everything we do, we put on Instagram, and then yeah. But if you're a boomer or something and you're on Facebook, that's okay too. We have our Instagram and Facebook connected, so everything that goes to Instagram goes to Facebook as well.
I love that. Call them out, Maura. Call them out. It's like, look, if you don't want to be called a boomer, get an Instagram. Hey, I'm that guy, okay? I struggled to get used to Instagram. I'm still getting used to it. I don't know if I'm a boomer. I don't think I'm quite that old, but Maura, I appreciate you so much for hanging out with me again today and helping me get this worked out. And I'm excited to show everybody the new record and all of that stuff. And I hope people will at least stream everything like we do here at the house. It's Shrinks for Suburbanites, both the record and the song that we're going to feature tonight. But thank you again, Maura, and give the guys my love.
I will for sure. Thank you, Chris.
All right, you have a good one.
You too.